Hi, my name is Maria, and I am the owner of Sportico Barbershop in New Jersey. I'd like to talk to you today about a book that I wrote. It's called How to Succeed in the Beauty Barber and Nail Business. It consists of 49 chapters. This book is ideal for students, stylists, managers, and a great refresher course for salon owners. This book basically has all the ins and outs on how to operate successfully a beauty, barbershop, nail business, and a tanning salon. There's lots of tanning salon information in this book, even though it's not on the title. This, let's face it, opening up a business is a challenge in itself. There's lots to think about, there's lots to plan, lots to do, and the key word is passion. You must be passionate, you must have the desire to open up a shop and stick with it. And the first step is saying, I'm ready for this, let's do it. So now that you're ready for it and you've got the will, you got the desire, and you're ready to quit your job and just go full force, then the time now is to sit down and plan your future. And by doing so, you must, come up with a great name. The important thing about any business, is you must come up with a catchy, unique name. Don't be original. Be different. Be outstanding. Make your competitors wish they were you. And you're going to read that a lot in this book. I write that a lot. Make your competitors not hate you, but want to be you. Make your competitors say, man, what is she up to now? That's what you want. You want signs in those windows. You want different promotions up. You want to get in their face. You want to attract clients. You want to do whatever it is that you have to do to get those clients in the door. And therefore, you need to have a distinctive, unique name. Come up with a name, and then you have to come up with a theme, a shop theme. And the shop theme is going to determine what kind of clientele you're going to attract. If you're going to have really girly stuff in, then obviously you're going to attract women. But if your goal is a barbershop, men love what? Sports and play video games. That's the new thing today. So there you go. Sports and video games, and if you can afford it, get a couple of laptops in there, and you know what? Let them check their email while you're at it. Second of all, customer service. Customer service is the most important thing in a business, and I go into detail in the book on the importance of it and what to do, what to say, how to act, what not to say, what not to repeat, so forth. There's a lot of things that I've learned through the years. Let's face it, when I opened up my shop 9 years ago, I opened up, I think it was 20 miles from my house. I'd have to really calculate that. Put it this way. I was living in Linden at the time, and I opened up in Nutley, New Jersey. And didn't know anything about the town, didn't know anything about anything. I had no business experience. The only shop experience I ever had was I worked in a shop, I worked in a shop on the weekends only, Saturdays, and then I had a full-time job doing office work. And never took a business course, never took anything, and I just, at a young age, I think I was about 18, I wanted to open up a shop, and I mean a business. I didn't know what it was at the time. Obviously, I probably thought I was going to open up a clothing store because that's what I was working back in the day. I was working with clothes, women's clothing. Anyhow, so I opened up in Nutley, quit my 2 jobs, had 2 customers, Linda and Victoria, who are very good friends of mine, and that's how I opened up my shop in Nutley. Put up a couple of specials, and I saw what worked, what didn't work. A lot of people didn't think I'd make it. A lot of people thought I was going to fail. I had people tell me I wasn't going to pay my rent. I had all the odds against me, but luckily, here I am today, 9 years later, and I wrote a book about it. And has it been easy? It's been the most challenging thing I ever did. I'd have to say it was owning a business is challenging enough. It's scary. But to write a book about it, I feel good about it. It makes me proud because I succeeded when no one else thought I would. And I'm proud of that. And now I'm back here in Kearny. I had to move because the building sold and so forth. So I had to open up shop again, and it's been tough. It's been really, really tough. But you know what? I'm hanging in here. And I have the best clients in the world, and honestly, that's what keeps me in business, of course, is the loyalty, the clients. But you know what? But you have to be good to your clients. You have to be their friends. You have to be understanding. And you have to be you. You have to be true to them. You can't be fake. You got to be you. And, you'll learn about that in business as well. And so aside from that, customer service is important. Getting people to trust you, getting people to know you. I also talk about how to deal with children. I talk about challenges. But, dealing with children is not easy. It's tough, I'll tell you firsthand. But I have all the pointers in there, what to do, what not to do, what to expect, what not to expect, and, what else? I talk about referrals. I talk about rewards. You have to give clients incentives. You can't just open up a shop, put up a sign, open your open sign and sit back and wait and not have promotions on the windows and expect to stay busy. It just doesn't work that way. You need to promote. You need to advertise. You need to get your name out there. Advertising is expensive, yes it is, but there's many ways you can advertise without spending a lot of money. And, I talk about postcards. I talk about flyers. You can also make up your own postcards, make up your own flyers. If you have a computer, clip art, there's a lot you can do. I talk about location. Location is very important because obviously you want to open up where people are going to see you. You're going to open up on a busy street. But with a busy street, you're going to pay higher rent. But with higher rent, you have more foot traffic. There's a lot to think about. But, if you have to start off in a small area, quieter street, then you do so. You do what you feel is right at the time. And, of course, the finances in your life. Because, rent's got to be paid. Bills are going to be paid. And, they're always going to be there. What else? We got to talk about, let's just say you're a salon owner and you want to maybe you need to rejuvenate your shop, your established business. Established businesses, I have a chapter in there also. They can be, you can bring the salon back if it's a little slow, or if you've lost a lot of customers. There's, like I said, you have to promote, you have to give incentives, You have to give people a reason to want to come into your shop. They're not going to just come in, you know. You got to, word of mouth, number one, is your best advertisement in this business. I mean, promoting helps, but you promote. That customer comes in. Word of mouth. Their friends are going to come in. Their friends' friends are coming in. Their friends' baby's going to come in. You know, it all starts with that one promotion. That one promotion is going to bring in your clientele. What else are we going to talk about? There's, let me just look over here. This makes it easier. We could talk about, you know, the receptionist. If you're going to hire a receptionist, if you're going to take appointments, it's important that, you know how to book appointments, know how to book color appointments, perm appointments, and don't overlap them where it's going to affect the customer in between. You know, you got to remember, most customers that come into your shop are probably going to come in during the lunch hour or in between school activities or, you know, meetings, so forth. So you have to make sure that customer's not going to sit there and wait all day. You want to accommodate them, and don't keep them waiting if you don't have to. What else? You need a sign. Signs are very important, and, you know, you need a sign. Press releases. I talk about the medium. I talk about business cards. I think I mentioned that. Okay. Well, to get a general idea of what the book is about, it's, you know, basically, it's not to sound conceited or anything, but basically, I wrote in that book everything that I learned through the years in business. Like I told you, I self-taught myself. I never sat through a business course. I never took a salon business course, nothing. I did it all on my own. I learned from just, I don't know, just, I guess, my ability to market. I mean, thankfully, it's been working, and, you know, thankfully I'm here almost 10 years later, and I'm in business, and, you know, I have loyal customers that have been with me over 10 years. And I have customers that refer their friends. I have customers that come to me for many years, or they have choices, obviously. Your customers have choices. They can go down the block. They don't have to come 10 minutes to my shop for a haircut. Why do they? Because of loyalty, and because they know that I'm a genuine person, and, you know, I accommodate my customers. You know, if they can't be here on a Sunday, guess what? I come in on a Sunday for them. And, you know, it's little things like that. Or if they're running late and it's 7:30 and you're tired and you really want to go home, but guess what? You're going to stay that extra half hour. Why? Because that's your loyalty to your customer. Because your customer has choices. Your customer doesn't have to patronize your shop. And that's where you have to always remember that. Remember that customers have choices. And sometimes you can say the wrong thing. All it takes is one sentence, one word, one remark, and that customer's gone. But you're not just losing one. You're losing referrals. You're losing their friends. Because, you know, people gossip. And guess what? They're like, you know what? That wasn't very nice what she said or what he said. I'm not going to go back. So the main thing in business is be true to you. Be true to your customers. And, you know, you will succeed. But you have to hang in there. And if you're the type of person that you're going into business with a mindset that you're going to make $1,000 a week the first week you open, well, if you make $1,000 a week, then that is just wonderful. But the reality is you're probably not going to make $1,000 a week, especially if you're a barbershop just cutting hair. If you're a salon that's charging $500 a cut or $1,000, then yeah, maybe. But otherwise, you're not going to make $1,000 a week. I remember I've worked alone all these years, so. But if you have a staff and so forth, obviously you're going to bring more customers, It's going to generate more business. This book has many advantages because everything in there I explained to you in detail, like I said. I explained to you, the benefits of a kid-friendly shop versus a barbershop beauty salon to take your children. There's just questions about when you do go, you're interviewing an applicant that you want to hire somebody. There's questions on that. There's interview questions. There's questions if you're a student or a stylist or even a manager looking for a job. I have questions on that, on what to expect, questions that you can ask your employer. How to dress, what to say, what not to say, so forth. There's client profiles where you can keep track of client services. How to make logs and how to reach out to your customers. You can call them on the phone. You can telemarketing. It's just a lot of things you could do to promote. The key is to promote, to advertise, and to, there's email tracking that you can do. There's a lot of things. This book is, I didn't leave anything out, basically. Everything you need to know about this business is in this book. I made sure of it because since I took the time, and I say this with great honor, to write this book, then it's important to me that you have all the information you need, because when I first opened up my business, I looked for some books, and unfortunately, I didn't find anything. I looked, I found nothing. However, if I had to do it all over again today, open up another business, I think I would have liked to have a book to get a general idea of what to expect. It just would have been easier. I would have had more knowledge. But, then again, experience with any business, as more clients, as the years go by, as the seasons pass, you learn what works and what doesn't work. And you know what? Postcards work wonderfully. Flyers were great. But for some people, they might disagree on the flyers and the postcards. And they might think that the advertising in the weekly paper works for them. You know what? You'll know what works for you and what doesn't. And that's all part of experience. But, everything is in the book. And if you have, excuse me, if you have any questions regarding the book, if you have any questions that maybe then are not on the book, and I ask you to just email me, give me a quick email, and I'll definitely answer all your questions. It's petite819 at AOL.com. And as far as the book, it can be purchased through Sporticut at 201-955-1107, or visit us at the website sporticut.com. The book itself is $35.99, and if you wanted to buy it on a memory stick, it's $25.99. Now, on the memory stick, you are able to just limit to 1 copy per memory stick, just so you know this. I really hope, I wish you the best. I wish you success, and I know in my heart that you will succeed, because I've written everything out for you. It's just a matter of you reading it, applying it, and sticking with it, and don't ever give up. No matter what happens, just stick with it, and you will succeed. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.